Now, former President John Mahama has defended the NDC's continuous boycott of the Inter-Party Advisory Committee meeting despite efforts by third parties to reconcile their differences. John Mahama, in an interview with VOA Africa, further revealed that the Electoral Commission has rejected all attempts by the National Peace Council to mediate over the row.
According to John Mahama, there have been several attempts by the National Peace Council to find a middle ground with the EC and get the NDC back to IPAC. The opposition party has proposed that IPAC and its advisory role in the electoral process should be given a legal backing without interference with constitutional independence of the Electoral Commission. In his interview with VOA Africa, former President Mahama insists the NDC will go to the 2024 election with its own referee.
One of the first things you need is an independent and neutral electoral commission. And I believe that with the change that took place in the leadership of the commission, we don't feel confident that the commission is sufficiently independent and neutral because of certain things that have happened. My party has withdrawn from the Inter-Party Advisory Committee because this current electoral commission said that body is only advisory and they don't need to take the advice of that body. And before, we used to reach consensus in the Inter-Party Advisory Committee. We took decisions by consensus. Now what they've done is resurrect so many small parties, and then as soon as anything comes for discussion, they quickly say, let's vote. And then they have all these parties on the side of the commission and the ruling party, and they vote by majority and say, look, the decision is taken. And so we saw that we're wasting our time in the IPAC. And so we withdrew. There have been discussions to try and bring us back. But you'll be surprised that it is the Electoral Commission that is reluctant to accept those moves to let NDC come back. The Peace Council has invited them for the last 8 months. The Electoral Commission can't find time to sit with the Peace Council.
On the economy, ex-President Mahama concluded that the Akufo-Addo-led administration has multiple problems, including microeconomic instability and high debt caused by too much borrowing. According to him, loan from the IMF cannot fix all Ghana's problems unless the presidency receives budget cuts.
If you're spending too much money on something, you have to decide whether you think that is critical expenditure that you want to keep. And you agree with them, we're going to bring the deficit year on year down, the budget deficit down to, let's say, 6%. I'm just assuming that. What do you need to cut to attain 6% budget deficit? That's the program you have to send to the IMF. And when you send it and they agree with you, then